friends, my name is Sonia Bharadwaj. I am HR professional. This is my very new channel on San Ganesha Practical HR and Law on YouTube. Firstly, I would like to give my brief introduction as I am new to this. One of this channel is very new. So I have studied MA in Political Science from Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut, and I have been topper and gold medalist over there. Post to that, I did Master of Personal Management and Industrial Relation from Gwalior. I have also studied law. Along with this, I am having 12 plus years practical industrial experience in the field of human resource administration, social compliance, and industrial relation. I have also been a sports person. I used to play hockey. I participated in Sub-Junior National Women Hockey Championship as from the UP team. As my team won the final, I was also given the gold medal. And my main objective behind introducing this channel is only to share my own little bit knowledge and experience which I have in the field of HR to all my friends who wish to know about any related activity from HR for their any day-to-day work, because HR has a very wider scope, and in somehow HR functions really give some effect to every human being, no matter whether professional or non-professional. So today I am going to tell you something, a brief introduction of Employee State Insurance Scheme and the Act 1948. So usually we used to say the ESI. You know, in the corporate sector or in the factories or in the shops which are registered under ESI scheme. So normally the employees, they do work there, they make use of the term ESI. ESI stands for the Employee State Insurance Scheme, which is managed by the Employee State Insurance Corporation, and this corporation has been created by law under the Ministry of Employment of Government of India, right? So firstly I would like to give you some introduction. Hence, Employee State Insurance is a scheme introduced under the Act of Employee State Insurance Scheme and the Act 1948. Under this scheme, few benefits are provided to the insurer or the member of this ESI scheme. So what is the applicability? Now the question comes, then what is the applicability of this scheme? Any establishment, factory or shop which are having more than 10 persons and the persons are engaged to work in those establishments whose salary exceeds not more than 21,000 per month. And this per month are these establishments are mandatorily to be covered under the ESI schemes within the 15 days of this applicability of this act, right? Suppose A is the company, new company, and A is engaged, A is registered under the Factory or the Shop and Establishment Act, or A is engaging more than 10 or more than 10 persons whose salary maximum is up to 21,000 per month. It is mandatory for a company to get itself registered under the ESI scheme, right? Okay, now eligibility for membership. Now a company has got its registration, has got its 117-digit ESI number. What next? Now come to the eligibility for membership. Then who can be the member of this ESI scheme? Suppose there are 11 persons who are working in a company who has got its registration, okay, whose salary is maximum up to 21,000. Then those persons can be a member of this ESI schemes, right? Any if you are working in a company or establishment which is covered under this ESI scheme, which are registered under this ESI scheme, and whose total salary rate means not basic, not HRA, what are the wages, total salary is maximum up to 21,000 per month with effect from 1st July 2019. The limit to be a member of ESI is 21,000 per month salary. Okay, those persons are eligible to be covered under this ESI schemes. Okay, right? Got it? Now the question comes, what is the process? What is the process? You know, let me tell you that ESI, the persons who are covered under this scheme, they are provided with huge insurance and monetary benefit from the contribution made by the employer and the employee towards their this ESI scheme, right? So now question comes, how much is the contribution? Okay, the contribution is this, that for those employees who are getting 21,000 per month salary, the employee contribution is 0.75% per month. Okay, from their earning total. And suppose if my salary rate is what? This is basic plus HRA plus convenience plus others barabar 21,000. So this, my salary is 21,000 per month in total, right? Then I am eligible to be covered under the ESI scheme, and I 0.75% from my earning total is required to be deducted for the to make the contribution on monthly basis towards the employee state insurance scheme. Next come to the employer. Suppose if my salary is 21,000 per month, then 3.25% is the percentage of contribution which is required to be made by the employer every month. Okay, right? Now come to the, suppose for example my earning is suppose for example my salary is, hello friends, my name is Sonia Bharadwaj. I am HR professional. I have made this new channel San Ganesha Practical HR and Law. Firstly, I would like to give you my brief introduction, as I am new to this channel and my channel is also new. So I have done M in Political Science from Merit University campus, and I am the topper and gold medalist. Post to that, I studied Master of Personal Management and Industrial Relation from and I have studied law as well. Along with this, I am having 12 plus years experience in the field of human resource administration, social compliance and industrial relation. Apart from this, I have been also a sports person. I used to play hockey. I participated in sub-junior women national hockey championship from UP team. As my team won the final, I was also given the gold medal over there. So I always, being a sports person, I always follow this spirit, no matter win or lose, but play the game. One day you will be a winner. Okay, right? So the main motive behind introducing this channel is to share my own practical experience, little bit experience and knowledge which I have in the field of HR to my friends who wish to know about any related required function of HR department. So today I am going to tell you in brief, in a very short way, that in very simple language, I am giving you that what is ESI. Normally the employees, employee make the use of the term ESI. ESI is what? ESI stands for the Employee State Insurance Scheme. Okay, this is managed by Employee State Insurance Corporation, a body, autonomous body, which is created, which has been created by law under the Ministry of Employment of Government of India. The persons who are the member of ESI scheme are provided with huge insurance, medical and monetary benefit from the contribution which is made by the employee and the employer towards this scheme, right? So this is the introduction. Now applicability. As per section 1(5) of the ESI Act, the entities which are registered under either Factory Act or Establishment Act where 10 or more persons are working and whose maximum salary is up to 21,000 per month. This is the total rate. Basic plus HRA plus convenience plus other is equal to 21,000 are mandatorily to be the to get themselves registered under this act. Okay, right? For example, A is the establishment. Suppose this is the new establishment, and here in this establishment, suppose 11 persons are engaged as a workman or as an employee whose maximum salary is 21,000 per month. This establishment is mandatorily be get itself registered for the ESI under the ESI scheme before the within the 15 days of applicability, right? Next, eligibility for membership. Suppose this establishment has got itself registered under the ESI scheme and has owned a 17-digit insurance number, establishment insurance number, then those employees who are working, those persons who are working and whose monthly salary is 21,000 rupees per month are eligible to be member of this insurance scheme, named employee state insurance scheme. Okay, then okay, one more thing, ESI scheme is this regulated by an act which name is Employee State Insurance Scheme and Act 1948, right? So what about what is the procedure? My employer is a registered employer under the scheme, and suppose 15 persons are working whose salary is up to 21,000. They are the member of this scheme. Then what is the procedure? Okay, the procedure is very simple. Okay, any employee whose salary rate is or wage is 21,000 per month. Okay, his 0.75% from his earned salary, total earned salary, is to be deducted to make contribution towards the scheme of ESI every month. On the same way, if an employee is getting 21,000 per month, any 21,000 per month, then 3.25% is the contribution which is to be made by the employer every month. For example, a employee is salary 21,000 and he has worked for the whole month. So from his total earning, 0.75% means 157 rupees 50 paisa, means in round figure 158 rupees from employee as well. Along with this, 3.25% means 682 rupees 50 pies, means 683 rupees, is to be contributed by the employer. Then now come 158 of employee, 683 is the contribution of employer, total 841 rupees is to be deposited every month in the form of a combined challan, which is required to be paid online by the employer every month, goes to ESI scheme, right? Contribution period. Now come to the point, what is the contribution period? Every year 6 months plus 6 months, means half year is the contribution period for the ESI scheme. As per the calendar year, from 1st April to 30th September, 6 months, 1st October to 31st March, 6 months. So this is the contribution. Contribution period means there are 6 month monthly challan. Monthly challan plus half yearly challans are required to be submitted to the concerned ESI department or branch, ESI branch or department. And suppose if my salary is 21,000 and I got an increment last year in the month of suppose July 2020, and my salary became 25,000. But till 30th September 2020, I had to make contribution towards this scheme, and I am eligible to get benefit till 1st July of this, means for next 1 year I am eligible to get the benefit 2021, right? So this is the contribution period. Every month from a person's salary who is the member of ESI, deduction is made, which is 0.75%, and employer contribution of 3.25%. The is also made. Then total amount goes to the ESI department in the form of a online challan submission. Then 6 month is the contribution period, and a half yearly return is required to be submitted after every 6 months, right? So what is the procedure? They are specified or designated, or required documents which are to be maintained by the concerned employer, like attendance register, wage register, inspection book, monthly challan report file, as well as 6 months return file. These are the documents, valid documents, which are required to be maintained by the employer. Okay, so so employer have to compliant post to this registration and giving the membership to its employees, and post to submission of challan. Employer is required to comply with the ESI Act. For this purpose, employer need to maintain certain record and registers which are already mentioned under this act. As I have told you, attendance register, wage register, monthly challan copy, half yearly return copy, inspection book, accident register, etc. Okay. Now come and what is the objective of this scheme? Okay, the main point, which always an employee carries in his or her mind. What is the objective? Yes, the main objective of this ESI scheme to provide certain insurance, medical or monetary benefit to its employees or those members who are covered under this act. Okay, so friends, in brief I have to give you a small introduction of this ESI scheme. I hope this very small video, by this very small video and description which has been made by me, will definitely help you in knowing that what is in short what is ESI in all, and it will be helpful for you to if you are a member of this act, and how to get benefit, or what is the procedure, what is the base of this act. Okay, right, fine. So friends, if you really like this video and my labor, so if you are new to my channel, please subscribe it, else you may like or share this. Thank you so much.